Good morning from my hotel in Vietnam. Brandon and I are in Da Nang right now, and I have the room to myself because Brandon is at the beach. And I told him I'm gonna be filming a morning chats. And then if you guys saw my Instagram post yesterday, I announced that I convinced Brandon to start his own version of morning chats. It's been something that's been on his mind for a really long time, and you know, if you guys know Brandon, like he's very, he likes to weigh all his options and make sure that he has all his facts straight and, all that. So it's something that's been on his mind for a really long time, and I just told him to do it. And he committed yesterday to doing like a 2-month challenge of filming these videos. So I told him that I'm gonna film first today, and then once I'm done, he's gonna sit down and film. And I'm probably going to go to a coffee shop and edit this video. But yeah, oh my gosh, how are you guys? I feel like I haven't done a sit down video in a while. We have been homeless for like almost a month and a half now. And basically our home are these like 3 suitcases and 2 backpacks that we have with us. One of the things I've been doing is journaling every morning. And I find myself, like whenever I get I brain dump and I write about things that I'm grateful for, or little things that every time I use it, it brings me so much joy. Like it's been on my heart to sit down and share them with you. So I think I'm gonna title this morning chat like my travel essentials or my travel must-haves. There are a lot of things, but I'm really condensing it down to, I believe there's like 9 or 10 items that I've really appreciated having with me, and I feel like they've enhanced my travel experience. So once I am done putting my face on, I will walk you guys through each of those things. Let's see, so our hotel room right now it's my favorite place that I have stayed in so far in our travels, because first of all, Vietnam is really affordable. So our room right now, I mean, it kind of looks messy from where I am with this angle, but it's this, we upgraded to a studio, and I think it was like 40 something a night. We're here for 7 days so far, well 7 nights, and we like it so much that we actually want to extend our stay here for another week. There's a kitchenette in the back, and this building is new or newly renovated. I don't know exactly which one. It's very clean. There's actual like hardwood floors. I'm sitting on hardwood floors. And the color scheme in here and the furniture, it just feels like I'm staying inside of like a Pottery Barn catalog. And honestly, I wasn't expecting such high quality like this for the price that we paid, but I've been really pleasantly surprised. Food here has been insanely affordable. Like last night we went out to this local restaurant and we ordered 3 big dishes and 2 beers, and everything came out to like $7 US. And we were just like stunned. We were walking home like, oh my gosh, this would have been like a McDonald's meal for 1 person if we were, somewhere else. Yeah, I don't want to forget these little things. And actually one of the things that I'm going to show you guys, like my travel essentials or whatever, it's my morning pages journal. And I've just been writing in there like all these little things that I'm really going to miss about being in Southeast Asia. What did I want to say about Taiwan? And okay, so starting from Shanghai to Taiwan, we have just been so blessed with the people in our lives and the generosity that we've been shown. And it's not something that I would ever just take lightly or forget about. Hopefully you guys will see the Taiwan vlog and know what I'm talking about. But we are back on our own in Vietnam. We don't have friends here. We're gonna be here until February 6th. And then on the 6th, we are flying to New York. That's our first stop in the States. We're gonna see my family and my friends. My parents were super generous in booking our flight for us. My dad, I think he saved up all his mileage. And yeah, he's using it to fly me and Brandon to New York. So I'm really excited about that, but I'm trying not to get ahead of myself and just get too excited for New York when, I'm still here. Like I wanna be here. Okay, so my travel stuff. I've actually collected all but one thing in this bag. So the first thing I want to start out with is my carry-on suitcase. Okay, just a little bit of context. I'm sure you guys have seen this brand like all over YouTube and Instagram. This is the brand Away. And actually, I'm probably going to like insert like cutaways because I mean, I'm not gonna be able to get this whole thing on camera. So this suitcase, I mean, there's a lot of hype around it because it's been all over, you know, on the social media platforms. And I originally wanted it, it was a while ago. I've been wanting it for a while because Christine did a video with them. And my favorite, like the one feature that really sold me from the beginning was like right back here behind the handles is a power bank, so you can charge your devices on the go. And this is like the newer model. I think the older model, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the battery, you couldn't take it out of here. And I think there could have been issues like going through security. But yeah, the second edition or whatever, you can take this out and there are 2 charging ports. This one is for a regular charge, and then this one's got like 2 lightning bolts if you want a faster charge. And you can charge it up to 4 times. I believe iPhones or like, you know, smartphones 4 times, and I'm sure if you're charging something like an iPad, it would take up more battery. But this has been one of my bigger selling points for this bag. Now, I was like kind of hesitant about buying this carry-on just because when I first came across it, I didn't really need it. But as we were getting ready to, you know, leave Korea and pack up and stuff, my other carry-on, the yellow Nautica one I've had for like many years, the handle broke, and I didn't want to have to deal with that, especially because we're going to be traveling for like 4 or 5 months. And so I asked for this suitcase for my birthday. But the reason I wanted this one, because usually, you know, I'd probably go for like a black one, let's be real. This was a special collaboration with Gray Malin. And you can see right here, it says Gray Malin. I hope you can see that. So yeah, he did a special collaboration with them. I love Gray Malin. I have a swell bottle with his work on it. He's a aerial photographer, if you guys are unfamiliar. And it's that one swell bottle I always carry with me. I'm sure you guys have seen it in my other videos. So the inner lining of this suitcase has his artwork on it. The other thing I was hesitant about in terms of purchasing this was because they don't ship internationally. But my mom has always been so awesome with like sending me stuff whenever I needed anything from the States to Korea. I have been so pleased with this suitcase. One of the things that really stood out to me, just first impressions, when I unboxed it, my suitcase, there was a cloth canvas bag, a drawstring cloth canvas bag over my suitcase. And if you look on Away's website, they have 4 different sizes for this suitcase. And what's cool is if you have all of them, you can actually fit the smaller ones within the bigger ones. So it's great for storage. You don't have to have 4 different suitcases hanging out. You can just put them, you know, put the smallest one in the second, you know, smallest, and then so on and so forth. So essentially you would just have one suitcase with everything in it. And you know, after traveling, if your suitcase gets dirty and beat up, like you wouldn't want to put this inside of a clean suitcase. So I really appreciated that it came with a cloth drawstring bag, and so it kind of keeps your suitcase like protected. Okay, Brandon just popped in real quick, so I had to stop the video. But okay, so the other thing that I liked about the suitcase is it came with this little manual here, and I love that it looks like a passport. And I just really love well-designed, you know, little booklets or pamphlets that kind of explain the brand and, you know, all the aspects and features of this suitcase. So I read through this before, you know, I started putting my stuff in here. But yeah, I just thought, like, I love the illustrations in here. It says, before you go, get to know your bag inside and out. And I just wanted to like quickly walk you guys through this because I loved it so much. So the first thing, it tells you how to set a code for your lock so that you can lock it up and no one can access your bag. And I love this little tip that they wrote on the bottom here. It says, save your combination as a contact in your phone. Pick a fun name like Lock and Roll or Lockness. And that way, if you forget your code, you can just look into your contacts under the fun name that you have it saved in, and then you can, you know, store your your code in there. So that's great. The second feature is the battery, but I already showed you guys that. Oh, it actually says that both ports can be used at the same time, and it's capable of charging an iPhone up to 5 times. So that's awesome. It tells you how to remove the battery in case you have any issues going through security. It tells you the material that the suitcase is made of. I freaking love this. It tells you like the illustrations of you know, all the different compartments. So the left side, that's the mesh side. You're supposed to store like hard, bulky items in there, non-compressible items such as shoes, toiletries, souvenir shot glasses, and it says tacky yet classic, which I thought was cute because my sister used to like collect shot glasses from like every place she visited. I don't think she does that anymore. But on the right side, this side's perfect for clothing, underwear, anything soft and squishable. You can pile up your clothes, buckle the compression pad, and tighten the straps to pack it in. And there's a mesh pocket where you can put your laptop, your Kindle, or actual books. And then this little thing that I wasn't expecting, there's a little small pouch on the side that's rolled up. So when you unzip it, it is a removable laundry bag, and it's water resistant. So if you need to pack a bathing suit that's not dry yet, you can toss it in there and you don't have to worry about it getting the rest of your stuff wet. I haven't used that side yet, but I love that I have that option. And then it says when you get home, give your luggage a good life. It'll return the favor. It says keep it clean. Scuffs and spills can happen. Clean your bag's exterior with a soft damp cloth, warm water, and mild soap. So I'm planning to do that like once we get to Hawaii and I'm no longer traveling with it for a while. And it tells you that you can use the bag's canvas dust bag to slip it over when you're not using it. Love it. I love how well thought out Away made their stuff. So if that's not cool enough, there's a 100-day trial period. So the first 100 days, it's like a get to know you period. And for whatever reason you don't like this, you can ask for a full refund. And it says no questions asked. So I thought that was awesome. And you get a lifetime warranty for this suitcase. If your bag or any of its parts ever break, we'll repair or replace the whole thing for free. So I mean, and guys, I feel like the price that I paid for this was so worth it. So the carry-on, there are 2 different sizes, and I got the smaller one because I think I read that it's either in Asia or Europe where the bigger carry-on, some airlines might not let you, take it on with you. And I am not about to like check this because when you check your bags, it gets really scuffed up and messed up. So I wanted to play it safe and I got the smaller one. So I paid full price for this suitcase, which was $225. But before I made the purchase, I was looking online for a promo code and I couldn't find one. I don't know if they changed their referral program or not, but I know now that if you buy a suitcase, like you get your own personal link. And if you share that with your friends, if they decide to purchase a suitcase, they get $20 off and then you get $20 credit. And I'm not like affiliated with this brand in any way. I just want to throw that out there, and I'll leave a link down below only because I really wanted that link when I was buying this for myself. So yeah, I mean, obviously like don't buy this if you don't need one, but if you're in the market for a great carry-on, I highly recommend this. The other thing that I really love is that the wheels on this thing, I mean, they roll so quietly. Like the previous one, the luggage that I had from Nautica, it was like everywhere, even if I was like on the smoothest floor, it would just be so loud, and like when I would be rolling it through the airport, I just felt really annoying. But yeah, these wheels, they're really smooth, they're quiet, and I didn't think I'd appreciate, that factor so much, but I absolutely do. After I got this for myself, now Brandon wants one, so I don't know if we're gonna get another carry-on or just get a check-in bag. But the check-in bags don't come with the battery, so if that's like a huge selling point for you, just letting you know. Okay, so the second thing that I have been really, really grateful for are my Apple AirPods. Now mine has a Glossier sticker on it just to differentiate between mine and Brandon's. But funny story behind this, I didn't even want this when I got it. So in November, it was Brandon's birthday, and I asked him what he wanted for his birthday. And I suggested these to him, and he was like, actually, yeah, I'd love to try those out. And we went to the Apple store, or a Apple retailer in Korea, And right before we bought it, okay, Brandon has this thing where whenever he buys gadgets and the way that he uses them, he just always makes me want them too. It's just his appreciation and love for them, and like he uses things to death, like especially when it comes to electronics. So I bought this as like, you know, just in case, like I know I'm gonna want it after he has it. So that's why I picked up a pair for myself too. And this is one of the best purchases I've made last year. They look just like the ones with the cord, like the pair that you would get if you bought an iPhone or iPod. And so they're not like the most comfortable, and you're not gonna get these for, you know, amazing sound quality. So I wasn't expecting like, you know, Bose quality earphones or anything, but seriously, the convenience of having something like completely wireless. Like I've had wireless earphones in the past, but usually they're the ones that you put into your ears and then there's like a band or like a semi necklace that goes around the back of your neck. But yeah, the freedom you have with this and like the accessibility and how light and small they are, I really love. And this charging case that it comes in, when you're not using your AirPods, you just throw them in here and the case charges it. The other great thing that I love is when you open your phone, it tells you how much battery is left in your AirPods and also the case. So it's like a nice, okay, I've got 70% left on the charging case and then my earphones are 100% charged. I really like that. I've been listening to music while doing morning pages, traveling. They're great for when I want to watch something in bed when Brandon's sleeping next to me. Next are my Thinx period underwear. Oh my gosh, you guys, these changed my life. So my sister had a pair when she was traveling, when she was doing her 4-month backpacking thing, and one of her friends gifted her a pair, the original Thinx. Now, a few months ago, I was watching a video that Ali Cherry made because Thinx came out with a organic cotton line, and I'm very sensitive, like just my skin in general, but also down there, and so I really have to only wear cotton underwear. Like anything else tends to irritate me. Like I bought these Patagonia thongs that are really nice, but they're not made of cotton, and like it irritates my skin. So when she showed in her video that they came out with a cotton line, I knew I wanted to try it because my sister really, really loved her pair, and she only had the one while she was traveling, and she recommended it to me. So I purchased I think this is the briefs. And I think you're supposed to size down, if I remember correctly. They're supposed to fit more snugly. Obviously, you don't want it to move around in case of leaks and stuff. So I got a size small. I would normally get, I guess it depends on the brand, but I'm usually a small medium. So I went for the small, and these have been incredible. The day we were moving out of Korea, like December 1st, when the movers came and they were packing up our stuff, I got my period, and it was so heavy, so painful. And I remember thinking, oh, like, why today of all days, right? I don't know why my pads weren't accessible to me. So I just wore these and I just crossed my fingers because, you know, it would suck if I just had a leak while I was like moving around so much. These had me 100% covered. My first day of my period, the heaviest day, and they are so comfortable. And honestly, I thought it would be kind of gross, like, you know, obviously if your flow is heavy, that the blood would just kind of like sit on top and, you know, just make you feel kind of gross. But it's really absorbent. It doesn't feel like you're wearing like a heavy soiled diaper, pad, whatever. And even the way you wash them, you're supposed to rinse them by hand, I think with cold water, and then just get all the blood out, and then you can throw it into the washer with the rest of your clothes. But I have been just using some Dr. Bronner's, hand washing it, and then the next time I can do laundry at a machine, I'll throw it in. Otherwise, like when I was in a pinch and, you know, we were traveling in places where I couldn't put it into a machine, I would just wash it with Dr. Bronner's at the sink, and I would just rinse it a few times, and I've had no issues with them. So I highly recommend these. Thinx also has links where if you guys shop through your friend's link, like a referral program where you can save money. I actually used Ali's code, and I think I got $10 off or something. So I will leave that for you down below if you're interested. And I also got the Thinx thong, and this is also in the organic cotton. and also in a size small. Oh, I should mention, this holds up to 2 tampons worth. I've never had issues with wearing this all day until bedtime. So with this, I think it holds up to either half a tampon's worth of blood or 1 full tampon, I forget. But I only save this for like the very tail end of my period, maybe like the last day or the day right before that. And I kind of use this as I would use like a panty liner. So don't expect, you know, like full coverage with this. But I love these so much that I actually ordered another, 1 more pair of this and 1 more pair of this to my mom in New York. So that, you know, when I get there, I'm gonna have 2 sets, 2 pairs of each of these. I know some of you guys were curious on my recommendations and thoughts on reusable pads, and I will go into that as well. I got to try one because my sister bought I think 5 or 6 for her backpacking, and she gave me one of the pads that she bought. These are made with like bamboo liners on the inside, and same thing, like you use this just like a regular pad, and to care for these you just rinse them at the sink, and then you can throw them in the cold wash with the rest of your clothes. I like didn't really like the design of this, so when I ordered like a set for myself, I bought 4 of these. These are all available on Amazon, and I'll link them down below. But I got this one. I just wanted something darker, not because I particularly love this design either, but there is a difference in length between the two. And this one, for the closure, there are 2 buttons, so you can kind of tighten if you want it tighter or if you want it looser. Unfortunately, there's only 1 button clasp. So if you're wearing underwear that's a little bit like wider in the crotch area, it is going to kind of scrunch up, and it's not ideal. I've had issues with these. But I would say like this is a bit better for me when I sleep because they're longer. And what I really like is that unlike disposable pads, they don't have like the, you know, the adhesives that you stick onto your underwear where like, you know, once you stick them onto your underwear, it's just kind of fastened in that position. But with these, because it has the button, if you need to pull it forward or move it back, like you can, you know, adjust that as needed. They feel really nice. It's like a really soft fleece blanket on your vagina. Yeah, after using the reusable ones, it's really hard to use the disposable ones because it just feels like you have a plastic bag on your vagina. There's like a huge difference, at least for me. I do have some reusable pads because they're from like my purchases a long time ago, and you know, I do want to use them up. Obviously, I'm not going to throw them away. And there is a time and place for these. I find that, let's see, depending on like how long I'm staying somewhere. So obviously if I'm home, it's not a problem. But if I am, you know, traveling and I'm only there for like a certain amount of days, once you hand wash this and then you throw it into the machine, you're not supposed to put them in a dryer. So you want to make sure you hang dry them. I like to use these when I know I'm going to be in a place for a longer length of time, so that I can ensure that these are fully dry before I pack them up. But let's say I'm gonna be somewhere just for like a weekend, and I'm not gonna be able to wash these and dry them in time. That's when I'll pop out and, you know, use one of my disposable stuff. I've gone through 2 cycles each with the Thinx underwear, and I've been using these for maybe, oh my gosh, it's been almost 9 months using reusable pads. But yeah, after discovering Thinx, I would highly recommend Thinx over the reusable pads, just my personal preference. The next thing that has been really valuable for me is this Reebok tote. I got this for free when Brandon was working at Reebok. I think one of his coworkers gave it to me. This has been great because it's like a laundry hamper to go. So we've been collecting our dirty laundry in here, and then when we, you know, take it to a laundromat, if you need to, you can also pop this in with your dirty laundry to be washed together. And so that's been awesome. Another thing laundry related are these laundry mesh bags, and I have many different sizes within this. If you're particular like me, I follow directions on the labels like to the T. So if it says gentle wash, like I will make sure to put it into a laundry mesh bag so, you know, it doesn't get too damaged in the machine. So I like having the option of different sizes because depending on what I'm washing. So for something like this, I might put, you know, like a few pairs of underwear. For these big ones. They fit like sweaters, hoodies, long sleeves. I have one for bras, like that. Especially for bras, I will definitely use a mesh bag. And I got these at Daiso in Korea, which is like a Japanese dollar store, but I'm sure you can find something equivalent to that anywhere. This next one's kind of random, but I'm so happy that I brought this with me. It's just the roll of blue like masking tape, but you can write on this. And I have found like the most random uses for this, and I'm so happy I brought it, because when I first was packing all my skincare and makeup and stuff, what I would do is I would label, because like my stuff, they're in the pink glossy pouches. I just wanted to make it even a little bit easier for me to know what's inside. So I would just like take a Sharpie and write backup skincare and just rip off a piece and then stick it on. So this works nicely as like a label maker. If I had to pack certain toiletries, like I think my Diva wash, which is the cleanser for my Diva cup, which is also a body wash, for whatever reason that bottle always leaks. And so I would just take some of this tape and just tape around the bottle cap, and I found that that's been preventing the leakage. Another random use I have for this is, if you guys can see here, like we have this charging hub thing. It's like a little box, and you can plug in 5 USB cords, but sometimes like it can get weighed down and it has like fallen off the table. So what I would do is I would just take some of this tape, fold it over like that, and then just stick it to the bottom of it. And then, you know, once it sits on the table, like there's less of a chance of it, you know, falling off. And I know that's like really random and probably not really necessary, but even Brandon was like, I'm so glad you brought that tape. Like we've had such great random uses for it. And I would definitely travel with this again if I was traveling for a long period of time. What else? My morning pages. So this is the journal where I have been brain dumping every morning, and I write 3 pages a day. This is the second notebook. I finished up the first one in Thailand and Shanghai. So actually the first page of this is from Taiwan, and this notebook is from Muji. So I have 3 of these so far, and it's been kind of fun, like on the back writing down where I bought it, because the first one was bought in Korea, and then this one I bought in China, and the third one that I have, which is still blank, I bought in Hong Kong. I plan to hold on to my morning pages and, you know, like start a little collection. This has been so therapeutic for me, because with everything that's going on in my brain. It's okay, you can come in.
Sorry.
With everything that's been going on in my brain, like every morning with the things that I want to do, the things that I have to do, ideas, just thoughts, everything. So it's a safe place for me to just brain dump, and it's one thing that I look forward to every single morning. All the little funny things that happen, like the inside jokes, like just random things, I've written everything down, and so yeah, I'm excited to look back on this one day. Next is these incense matches. So a friend of Brandon's gave us a bunch, and this has been a lifesaver. So basically what you do is they just look like regular matches, and you light them. When it burns down half an inch, you blow it out and then you let it burn, and it just smells of incense. And this has been great for after poops. Because we've been in situations, actually this is the first bathroom where there's a window, but every other bathroom we've been in, there is no window. And you know, just to like preserve our marriage, I don't want Brandon to be like walking into my stink. I highly recommend these. I think you can buy them on Amazon, and they really are great at killing odors, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they're great. Whenever I smell incense now, I think poop.
Yeah, but you don't smell the poop.
I don't think I do.
A lot of laundry related stuff that I'm grateful for. Next is my heat tech from Uniqlo. I've been wearing this for many years because I'm just someone that's usually leans more to cold. I'm always cold than I am warm. But this has been so nice as a layering piece. I have this in a lighter color. I have this one, and then I have a black one. But what I loved about this is when I'm on the plane and I get really cold, this has been keeping me really warm. If I'm sleeping somewhere and my pajamas aren't warm enough, I'll pop this underneath. Another reason I love this is because it keeps me from overwashing my sweaters and stuff, because if I have this under a sweater and I'm sweating, then I can just wash this one instead of like constantly washing my sweaters and ruining them. Heat Tech is a must for me. And then the last two things, again, laundry related, Dr. Bronner's. Okay, so you know on the bottle of Dr. Bronner's, it like always advertises, you know, the 1,000,001 uses for this. It's like, okay, enjoy one soap for 18 different uses, shave, shampoo, shower, bath, mop, laundry, degrease, all of that. Okay, so I have used this for so many things. I wrote it down, let's see. I use it as hand soap. I use this to do laundry, mainly my washcloth, the one that I use to take off makeup, and to hand wash my underwear. Makeup sponge. I like the bar to wash my makeup sponge and my washcloth. And then this one I use for everything else. I've like washed my water bottle and my coffee thermos too. So good. And most recently, when I was having a bad breakout, I was just curious and I wanted to try the tea tree Castile soap on my face because I've heard like this helps with acne, and I actually really like this for my face. I never thought I would say that because I always thought this was too strong for sensitive skin like me, but I'll take a few drops of this, dilute it in some water, and then it's great as a face wash. I just have to make sure to moisturize right away when my face is still damp, otherwise it can feel very tight. Okay, I think I've successfully created another super long morning chat. I was hoping that I could, you know, condense all this stuff, but you know, once I get started, sometimes I can't stop. So yeah, I hope the things that I've shared with you is helpful in some way, and thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you're doing down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.